Byerlee here, founder of Millionaire.com. Coming to you today from my home office, and I was just going through an old notebook and find some notes that I was scribbling down around about two and a half years ago on the formula for being successful in network marketing. And I want to share that formula with you today, because if you're not making your true net worth in this industry, this is really going to help you. So if you've never been successful at network marketing before, it just may not be your fault. If you're making, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in network marketing, you probably be wanting to make $10,000, $20,000 plus. And if you're making $10,000 or $20,000, then you could be leaving money on the table for $50,000 per month and beyond. There is a formula for success in network marketing, and if you're not reaching your true potential, if you're not reaching the financial goals that you want in network marketing, then stop blaming yourself, because the chances are it's not your fault. The chances are no one shared this formula with you. See, what happens 99% of the time in this industry, people will join a network marketing company that someone that they know, like, or trust recommends to them. A friend, a colleague, a family member says, come and have a look at this network marketing thing. You go along to a live event, you get excited about residual income and running your own business from home, you jump straight into it and away you go. Very rarely do people do it back to front and go, I deliberately want to start my network marketing business today because it's the new age of business and a global platform that I can do from home, either full-time or part-time, but I'm going to do my research to find out which company I should get involved with. And that's exactly what happened to me. That's my exact story. I tried all the old school business models, I tried all the old school network marketing companies when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 as a young entrepreneur, and really got nowhere fast, really had no support, really had no idea, and I gave up pretty promptly. And it wasn't until 8 years later where I really re-looked at the industry because of the maturity of the internet, and I knew that this was the future of business. I knew it was a new age of business. But just like most people, I joined pretty much the first company that came along with someone that I held in pretty high regard, that I believed that could help me to be pretty successful in network marketing. And I never really went out and looked at other companies. I joined that business, and again, we put that business onto the internet and built it both online and offline, and grew one of the biggest teams in Australia and in the world at that time in that company, making a six-figure plus income. So it was a great apprenticeship. Unfortunately, things didn't work out with that company for one reason or another, and that really got to me thinking, over those 4 or 5 years I've been in that company and working that business and studying other successful companies, other successful network marketers, the exact same pattern and the exact same formula kept reappearing. So along with 2 or 3 other entrepreneurs in the network marketing world, we took 12 months off, or a little bit over 12 months, to literally sit down and research the right company that ticked every single box to give not only myself and those guys a chance of success, but the everyday average person having a crack at network marketing as well. And that's exactly what I found in this little notebook. I was just going through looking at some notes for some online stuff, some work that I was doing, and I saw these 13 points that we scribbled out well over 2.5 years ago. So I want to share them with you today, because if you're in network marketing right now, you want to get a pen and paper out and see how many of these boxes you can tick off, how many of the 13 boxes your company and your opportunity ticks. If you're looking to transit between companies, or if you're looking for a network marketing opportunity, then these are the things that you must look at before you get started, to give yourself every chance of not just a little bit of success, but major success. So you want to make sure the company and the opportunity ticks every single one of these boxes. So we sat down and we wrote down 13 points, and we flew back and forth from Australia to the United States numerous times. We got numerous offers to launch different companies here in Australia. We got offered 6- and 7-figure contracts to launch companies here, but unless that company and that opportunity ticked every single one of these 13 boxes, we didn't go ahead with it. And let me tell you, we were getting impatient. We wanted to find the right company. We found some great products, we found some great companies, but what we were really looking for was something extraordinary, something with the X factor, something different. because there's a world of different technologies out there. There's a world of different nutritional and wellness products, weight loss products, you know, every single day of the week. But you know what's something that really stood out? And that's what we were looking for along with these other points. So I'm going to share with you now, you know, the formula for you to be successful in network marketing. Of course, you've got to have the desire, the hard work, and all those other things we talk about, you know, personal development, the mindset. That's a video for another time. I'm presuming that you have all those attributes to be successful in network marketing. This is the missing link. This is the formula that you need, along with your other skills that you've got, along with your desire, with your entrepreneurial spirit, you need to put together to make some serious multiple six-figure and seven-figure income in a short period of time. That's what this is all about. It's not about being successful over the next 10 or 20 years. You can do that with any company, with any product, with any formula. This is about making residual income. This is about making significant multiple six and seven-figure income and doing it quickly. So we're not talking about a 10 or 20 year plan. That does not appeal to me. I'm talking about a 6 month, 12 months, 24-month plan to make multiple six-figure and seven-figure income in network marketing. But the key ingredient as well is to make sure it lasts long term. Now, we never have a crystal ball. You're never 100% sure what's going to happen in the future, but if you base it on these things, you know, you've got every chance of making good money, making it quickly, make sure it's residual, and making sure it does last the length of time. So number one, when you're looking at a company, obviously you want to make sure they've got a great compensation plan. That was our number one thing. And you know, just about any network marketing company you can make money with, but there's certain things you want to look for in terms of compensation plans. Obviously the payout, is it a binary, is it a unilevel? There's lots of great compensation plans out there. For me personally, I love a binary plan. I think apart from the money you can make, you've also got a great psychological advantage with people in your team. They can see the business being built underneath them. The retention is absolutely huge, and as long as it's got an overlaying powerful matching bonus on it, that's the sort of compensation plan that I like. But you know, that's not black and white. That's open for interpretation on what certain people may like, but just make sure that there's not hoops to jump through. So the compensation plans that you don't want to go through are breakaway compensation plans, two-tiered. You don't want things where there's different sorts of hoops to jump through, like you have to enroll someone every month, otherwise income's going to be capped. And I know there's compensation plans out there like that. And if you had to enroll someone every single month, you may as well go and get a sales job. You want this compensation plan to be residual and pay you out the maximum amount of money based on your criteria. So a compensation plan is really important. You want an X-factor product that people all around the world not only need, but they want. If you've got a product that someone needs, like a health product for example, when they come on hard economic times like a lot of people are now, that's often the first thing that goes missing in their budget, is that wellness product that they should be having, but they don't necessarily want to have it. If you can find a product that is recession proof, then you know you're on a winner there. Something that's got the X factor. You know, so for us, you know, with stem cell technology, with the company that we found, that was our X factor. There wasn't too many network marketing companies out there promoting the stem cell technology and a reversal of age and those sorts of things. So we were looking for an X factor product. We were looking for a privately held company. Again, this one is not a black and white one, but for me personally, I like a privately held company because the company is always going to do what's best for the distributors, best for me and you, not necessarily the shareholders. Okay, if it's a publicly held company, publicly held companies have to do what's best for the shareholders. So the compensation plan might lean towards more the company profits. The decisions might get made more towards the company and the shareholders. Okay, what happens if the company sells out? The company doesn't control a lot of what happens, the shareholders do. What happens if there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different owners or investors in the network marketing company? It's very hard for two people to make the same decision, let alone a numerous amount. A couple of the companies we looked at had multiple owners, and you know, they couldn't agree on whether to sell it or keep it. That company promptly fell over, which is the reason that we didn't go with that company. So for me, I like a privately held company with ownership that is rock solid. And that sort of gets me onto my next debt. You know, the next point is a company with no debt. And most companies will spruik, you know, no debt with what they're talking about. But, you know, find a company that was launched with the owner's own money. So they didn't have to get other investors in, they didn't have to borrow $50 million from the bank to build a head office, to pay for staff, to get themselves up, to open up countries. You want a company that started with the person's own money. Again, because, you know, building a $40 million head office, for example, at the start of the GFC, you're going to be in all sorts of trouble and, you know, trying to pinch money from the compensation plan and all sorts of things. So privately held company, 100% debt free was really important for us, and the owner's vision. You know, we didn't want to get involved with a company that was looking to build over the next 5 years and then sell out to, you know, a different ownership, or make it go public, or sell out to investors and those sorts of things. So owners with the vision for it to be lasting long term. What sort of style were the ownership? Were they open to feedback? Were they dictators? What were their moral grounds? What were their financial background? What's their business success? So, you know, the ownership and who's behind it was really important. Number 6, the systems and the marketing. You know, it's no good just to start up a company and have no systems, have no marketing. You know, and right now today, you know, the new age of network marketing, you really want to have some really good online systems, online presentations, online video, some great offline tools, you know, so the everyday average person can present, they can send someone to a website, they can let that present for them. All those sort of things today. Social media is very important. Phone apps on your computer or iPad and mobile phones, so you can sign people up in a cafe or while you're out and about on the run. So the systems of the marketing is really important. We wanted to make sure that we had a global networking business. So a couple of the really great companies we looked at were really just opened in the US and Canada, for example. And really, you know, here in Australia, it's pretty hard to build a multiple 6-figure, and definitely almost impossible to do a 7-figure income if you can't have a team in, you know, Asia or South America or in another region which is really growing fast. So for us, global was really important because Asia is really booming at the moment with network marketing. Because it's on our doorstep, we wanted to make sure the company not only had the vision to put some energy over in that region, but it already had success there. And so with what we found, you know, the number 1 market was China, number 2 market was Malaysia, and a lot of their business was throughout Asia, and it wasn't just working, it was booming. You know, and then number 3, which is really rare, was the US. But we were open in 85 countries from, you know, almost from day 1. So, you know, the tick box we had was global business opportunity in a minimum of 50 countries. So to find something with 80 plus countries straight away, that was fantastic. So my business has been able to, you know, in that first 12, 18 months, you know, go from enrolling 70 people all around the world to a downline of nearly 10,000, but in 35 different countries around the world. Now that wouldn't be possible, and my income wouldn't be possible if my company wasn't open in those countries. So we have huge business now, you know, in the US, in the Philippines, in Malaysia, in China, in Indonesia, in Korea, all around the world, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Talking with people today on Skype from Nigeria, and so, you know, that's a huge networking place in Africa. We couldn't be making the income or talking to these networking leaders in these places if our company wasn't open there. So that was a huge one for us. Leadership. You know, who were the network marketing leaders that joined originally? You know, what was their vision? Where are they going? Were they jumpers from one company to another? Did they have high moral grounds? Had they had high success before? Who was leading the charge with the businesses that we were looking at in regards to the network marketing leaders? Who was I going to enroll with? You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I was going to get some value from my upline in regards to helping me build my business, in regards to them being successful in the past and in the future, and the vision that they had for long-term success in the company as well. So those group of leaders that really link arms with you and want to build the business with you, that is highly important in regards to who's around the company and who you're going to partner with in your network marketing business. Price point on auto ship was, you know, an apprenticeship learned in my previous company. You know, a $150, $200, $300 a month auto ship on the 100 points just to keep your account active or to keep your points maintained, really today with the way the economy is, it's not really going to work that well long term. And that's exactly what we found out, where you have a wellness product or a product worth around that $200, $300 mark. As soon as people fall on tough times, they're not going to continue to buy that product anymore. So we wanted something that was around, you know, the $100 a month mark, or less, and that's what we went looking for, and that's what we found with our company. Because, you know, we have a product that was recession proof with the X Factor, tick that box. We have a product that people not only wanted, but they also needed. So they needed it, but they wanted it. And so whether they came on tough times or not, they were still going to continue to buy our product because they wanted it, but also too was at a lower price. You know, we definitely wanted a company that had a automatic auto ship option, because that's really where a lot of your residual income kicks in, with the auto ship, you know, product rocking up to people's houses every single month on autopilot. You don't have to handle stock, you don't have to continually ring them, make sales, you don't have to rely on them logging into their website and buying product. You've got automatically their favourite product shipped out to them every single month that they look forward to receiving, whether they're building the business or they're just a customer. So that was really important, with a lower priced auto ship product with the X Factor that they didn't only need, they actually really wanted as well. Okay, ground floor opportunity, that was a big one as well. That was a deliberate plan that, you know, we were going to find something that we could bring to Australia and be the first in here, because the people in my previous company that made millions and millions and millions of dollars, you know, surprise, they were all the first people that got here and rode that momentum wave. And so if you look back throughout history and all the people that made a lot of their money quickly, they all got in at the ground floor. You know, it's pretty, I always compare it to pushing a big boulder up a hill by yourself. It's slow going, it's hard work, you might eventually get there bit by bit over the course of time, but by the time you've got to the top, you know, you're exhausted. So I wanted to get with a company where you could push the boulder down the hill. And as long as you're willing to go to work and build your networking business, you know, nothing happens for free. You've still got to work hard, but if your company's got that momentum and that growth from the ground floor opportunity onwards, you know, to 100 million a year, 200 million, 300 million and beyond, you know, you want to ride that wave of momentum. That's where you'll make a lot of your money, you'll make it quickly, and a lot of your team can jump on that wave of momentum as well. So getting in on the ground floor is obviously, you know, extremely important and a deliberate move. Longevity as well, because you can get in on the ground floor of something, usually the risk is a little bit higher. So the earlier you get in, the greater the risk, because a lot of companies will fall over within their first 2 years, and if they don't, they generally can fall over within their first 5 years. And you see a lot of networkers jumping from one to the other, trying to get in on the ground floor to be the first, to ride that momentum, but it rarely lasts. So that was one of the last boxes that I ticked, and that's why I flew over to the US to meet the owners, to meet the science team, to meet the staff, because yeah, I was excited about all these other boxes that were getting ticked, and I was really looking forward to building my business, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to last long term. I wanted to know what the owner's vision was. I wanted to know what the other top leaders' vision was for longevity, because I wasn't interested in making lots of money over a course of 2 years and then the company was gone and I had to start all over again. You know, I wasn't interested in that. My interest was, yeah, doing it fast, making it residual, but having it last 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years and beyond with a nice residual income. Because, you know, I'm not interested in jumping from company to company, and I'm not interested in starting again. So that was a big box for me to tick, to make sure you have that longevity. And again, you never have a crystal ball, but there are things you can check out to make sure there's every chance of that lasting long term. You know, never join a company that's not involved in the DSA, for example. The percentages on those companies lasting are just not very high at all. The percentages of a company lasting, if it's amongst the direct selling association, are extremely high. You know, I was really amazed to see that when a lot of companies were struggling, a lot of the economy was going backwards, that, you know, this particular company that I got involved in was absolutely booming up the charts of the DSA. So the fact that it was a member of the DSA and had been accepted in under 2 years, that was very promising. And the fact that it reached, you know, into the top 80 in its first 3 years of business, that proved to me that they had a lot of the things right in the company, because the DSA really look at every single networking company with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that they tick all the boxes in regards to compensation plan, legalities, product manufacturing, etc. So that's really the first thing you guys should be looking at. If it's not a member of the DSA, don't even go there. Move straight on to the next company and keep looking. So that was a big one for us. Also too, the last one that we just put in there was, support from the company to build long-term and to build locally. We wanted to make sure that we were going to put on live events, if we wanted to have shipping into our country, all these different marketing and media outlets that wanted to talk to us about our product. Because it was so unique and X Factor, the company was going to support that with the science team, with the media, with the legalities and all those sorts of things, help us build our business here locally. And the company's been absolutely fantastic in supporting the Australian market, but also too they've done that in other regions around the world. Even Mongolia is open for business with my company, and they've supported them in regards to shipping and their local dollar and those sorts of things. So they're just 13 tick boxes that I wanted to go through. So have a look at how your company's stacked up there. Have a look at how the companies you may be looking at to join are stacking up there, and you really want to make sure you don't skimp on any of those points. You want to make sure it's locked in to the 13 points. Great comp plan, X Factor product, privately held company, no debt, who are the owners, systems and marketing, is it a global business opportunity, what's the leadership, who are you joining with, the price point on the auto ship and the price point on the products. Make sure it's somewhat ground floor opportunity. Make sure you do everything you can in regards to making sure you've got longevity, member of the Direct Selling Association, and you're going to have support from your company to help build in your market. If you haven't found what you're looking for, contact me and we can help you and point you in the right direction with that. And if you're not making the income that you're wanting to make, then maybe you've missed out on one of those points. Maybe you got in when the company's 30 years old. Maybe you got in with a high price auto ship product. Maybe it's not open in many countries around the world. Maybe you haven't got the marketing and systems set up for you. I don't know. But most of the time the people that aren't making their true net worth in this industry, it's not their fault. They just don't know that formula. So it's either that or you're not working hard enough. One of those two things. If you've got all these boxes ticked and you're still not making the money, then you need to put more time and work in to make your business work for you. Or maybe you need some different coaching because you're not getting the right direction. Because if you're getting the right direction, the right coaching, and you're putting in the work hours and you have all these 13 boxes ticked, you should be making not just a little bit of money, but full-time rock star income in the network marketing industry. So I hope that helps you. I look forward to your comments on that. I look forward to you having some light bulb moments. I look forward to all the full-time networkers out there disagreeing with me on some of those points. But also too, I think it does make people sit up and watch and sort of think, you know what, they make sense. Those points make sense. Maybe you're more on a uni-level plan than a binary plan. Maybe you're more of a publicly held company than a privately held company. But what you definitely want to look for is a company that's supporting the distributors, not the shareholders. A company that has a great compensation plan, not a weak one where you have to jump through hoops and sign up people so you don't get capped. So those 13 points are pretty black and white for you to succeed in network marketing. Remember, I'm not talking about part-time pocket money in terms of network marketing. I'm talking about multiple six-figure and seven-figure income success. If you're not after that, then you can pretty much join any company. You'll be able to make some money and you'll be happy. But if you're after the rock star income, consider this formula, consider these points. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Love speaking with networkers and entrepreneurs all around the world. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Look forward to your comments, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world, helping you to become a deck share millionaire and living life on your terms. See you later.